God bless. God bless. So I wanted to give my thoughts on Section 8 and say straight out, I grew up half of my life on Section 8. My mother had Section 8 when we were growing up, and I have a lot of family members that are on Section 8. And what I will say about Section 8 is that Section 8, while it can do some good, in my opinion, it does more harm than good. The reason why it does more harm than good is because it keeps a person trapped into a system. It keeps people dependent on it. And while Section 8 was created to temporarily help people get out of a hard time, it has become a career, basically. And I remember growing up seeing my cousins celebrate, and my mom celebrate with my cousins because they got Section 8. And to them, that's it. They were set for life. They can move wherever they want in the country, and they are set for life. Like I said, this has done more harm than good, because the amount of people I know that have had Section 8, the amount that have come out of Section 8 to progress in life, that percentage is very, 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 very small. Very small. Most of the people I know that are on Section 8 have stood in Section 8. And here's the thing. If you want a job that pays well, if you have Section 8, you can't do that, because they will raise your rent to where you cannot afford the rent and work at the same time. You know, this is the way the system is designed. If there's a father in the house, that father has to make minimum wage or less so that you guys can live comfortable. And it is basically a trap. You know, housing is a trap. Government housing, it is a trap, because as long as you have no income or very, very, very little income, you can have a 4-bedroom apartment with 2 bathrooms and pay $50 a month in rent. I'm talking about somebody that I know personally that pays that. But this person cannot work, because if this person goes to work, they'll raise the rent according to how much that person makes. So that person is discouraged from working, and because of that, that person is on the system. That person has been on the system for over 30 years. So my point is that system will keep you from being able to progress and build wealth in life. But we celebrate when we get it. And that has to change. That has to change. I think personally, the way to fix this country, the way that we can fix our economy and fix the families in this country, is that people need to become more accountable. Stop having children outside of marriage. Personally, I'm a Christian, so I'll take it even further. Don't have sex before marriage. Now, a lot of people aren't going to feel comfortable with that, but that's a true solution. Do what you have to do. If you're a young person or even an older person, do what you have to do so that when the time comes for you to start a family, you are economically sound. You know, do what you have to do. Go to college. Take up a trade. Save up money in the bank. Okay? Stop throwing your most powerful wealth building tool on things that depreciate in value, like vehicles and clothing and stuff like that, and start investing your money so that when you're ready to get married and start a family, you will be economically sound, and so will the woman. You know, the single motherhood rate in America has jumped all the way up to 72% of the black population. That is terrible. And there will be no generational, you will not change your family tree. You will not grow generational wealth if that's the path that you're going to continue to stay on. There will be poverty, and you will feel stuck, and you will think that it's the system oppressing you, but it truly is the decisions that you make. Now, the reason why I say don't have sex before marriage is because as a Christian, I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in abortion. And so if you're gonna be having sex outside of marriage and then you come out pregnant and your solution is aborting the baby, I'm against that 100%. In this country, there are more abortions performed in the black community than babies born, and that's a shame. You talking about a systematic oppression? Listen, that's the problem right now. That's the problem right now. 40% of abortions are performed are from black people, and that's a problem. How long how long will it take before the black population is exterminated? How long will it take if that's the approach? If that's what's going on in the black community right now? And so they're trying that with the Hispanic community, but most Hispanics are more conservative than others, and they believe in they don't believe in abortion. Like, I think it's something like 60% of Hispanics don't believe in abortion. And it might be even more than that, to be honest, but I remember hearing a statistic like that. But yeah, I mean, come on. We got to change the way we think. We got to change the way we think. If we don't change the way we think, we will never grow, and I'm going to say we oppress ourselves because of the way that we think. We oppress ourselves. We put ourselves in a box. We put ourselves in a prison. And until we change that, there's going to be no improvements in the community. The way to fix the community is teaching your sons to honor women and teaching women to respect themselves. You know, and also teaching your sons how to respect themselves. You know what I mean? And that's how I'm raising my sons now. I can't guarantee the outcome of my sons, but I know that as a father, I'm going to do everything I can so that my sons grow up to be responsible young men. You know? So yeah. That's what's going to fix this country. That's what's going to fix this economy. That's what's going to fix our communities. That we begin to take responsibility, take care of our women, take care of, as men, we need to take care of our women and commit ourselves to them. You know what I mean? Listen, no relationship is gonna be perfect, you know, but in a relationship, you have to give up things about yourself, and your partner has to give up things about herself. Your selfish ways, you have to give them up. It's no longer about you. If you're two people who want to be in a relationship, that means that you're two people that are trying to become one and work together as one. You have to change your ways, and so does your spouse. And the problem in this country is that nobody wants to change. Everybody wants to do what they want to do, and they want their own selfish ways. And that's not going to get us anywhere. You know what I mean? This isn't the movies. Relationships are hard work. And if you're a real man, you will put in that work to make sure that your relationship works out, and to make sure that you love your wife. And as a Christian man, I love my wife the way Christ loved the church, meaning that I'll do whatever I have to do to take care of my wife and to please my wife. And the same thing goes on for my wife. You know, she's a wise woman. She builds the house with her words. You know, she does what she has to do to please me and to take care of me. And we will take care of each other until death do us part. Why? Because we both fear God. And because we both fear God, then we're always going to go to the word of God to handle our situation. And if we have any issues, we're going to go to the word of God to solve those issues. You know what I mean? I'm not going to somebody that's just going to tell me that, you know, a divorce will solve all of my problems and I'll be scot-free. Man, get out of here with that. I committed to my wife. I married my wife. I'm going to be there for my wife through sickness, through everything. I'll be there for my wife because that's, as a man, I gave my word. As a man, I gave my word. And so that's what we need to start doing. We need to, as men, we need to start holding our words, you know, owning up to our words, being real men and following through with what we promised. Anyway, take care, people.